Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the Love Channel. I think that's what I should just call this channel. It's just the Love Channel. Because love always happens here. Energetically, the love is beaming through the screen. Okay, I am ready. Okay, now I'm ready. Okay, let's see what we are tapping into today. What messages, what energies will come about for us today, this day of days. It's a little bit of a overcast, rainy day. Drizzly. It's drizzly, which is fine by me. Perfect timing. My garden was like, ugh. So I'll take it. Okay, third wave. I think that's what it was. Yep. This has been in the mix the last couple days. Third wave. This is the recognition that you chose to be here at this time. The energy of the third wave makes you aware of your choice to be here on Earth. Accept who you are on this Earth and your strength will increase. Yes, and if you yesterday's reading, that was very much the message. This you're only as powerful as you believe yourself to be. That wasn't the message, but that's the message that's today. You're only as powerful as you believe yourself to be. So recognize that you are a freaking powerful star magician, okay? And you're more powerful than you think you are. We have so many limiting beliefs that are thrust upon us, like you are too small and insignificant. But like the blue little mushroom always wants to tell us, small does not equate insignificant. Manas. Okay, Manas. What you got for us, Manas? How the one affects the whole. The keenly intelligent meerkat finds joy in family and kin. Each individual contributes their own strengths to the betterment and success of the clan and society. Lessons learned by one generation are then passed down to those that follow, continuing to strengthen and protect the clan. As much as Mana speaks of the joy of clan and kinship, this rune represents the rational mind and intelligence rather than emotion and instinct. It is time to leave emotions behind and return to the rational. It references the seed of divine intelligence in the human soul and our united collective potential. This is a time for the mind, memory, and learning. Humanity, intelligence, awareness, society, and learning. Okay, and this is how everything expands, especially on in an energetic way, right? Like every time you learn something, you consider something, you fire those connected synapses in the brain, create bridges and all this kind of stuff, you are rippling that out and adding to the collective whole. Okay, this is why there's evidence of major things happening simultaneously across the world. It's because, multiple people in different locations are all tapping into the same channel and picking up the same information. Okay, so this is how healing yourself heals the world. It's like the 100 monkey effect, right? We see it in animals all over the place. They're not communicating in the same, like with words. There's an energetic resonance. I just saw a clip and it was somewhere in LA. I think it was LA. A bunch of cats are coming from all around and gathering in this one spot. And that's energy, man. Nobody's telling those cats, hey, come over here. Well, if they are, they're doing it energetically. But yeah, there's been many, many cases. I think it was way back in the day when they used to deliver milk in bottles and they had a little paper cap over the milk bottles. And some cat figured out that if it knocks the bottle over and sticks a claw in the paper cap, they can pull the top off and get the milk. And then cats everywhere started doing it. And they're not putting on some convention where they're like, hey, this is what I learned, right? So there's just evidence of it everywhere in case you need it. But it is true. This is why many people can have the same idea at the same time. Hashtags, I find, are a fun way where you suddenly think of a hashtag. And when you plunk it in there, you see how many other people have used that hashtag. And that's an interesting way of testing the frequencies. Okay, so let's see what the cards have in store for us today. I'm just picking at random. I just kind of flip and flick and chuck. Whichever ones. Oh, that was an interesting one. And then we just see where they want to go. Is this what it's about? Okay. Okay. What we got here? Do da do do pop beep. Like a so. Like a so. Okay. Yes, 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 yes. Let's do it. consolidating your energies. So being very aware of what you are putting your energy into, what is taking your energy, where your energy is flowing and going, okay? Because this is an indication that there are areas that you can reallocate to work for you instead of against you, okay? So let's see what else we have here. Whoa, 2 kings. Okay, King of Swords, discerning. This is the king that decides what needs to be cut away, what needs to be going all in for. And the King of Cups is this emotion. So this is like the head and the heart here. Interestingly enough, what's this one? Whoa. Okay, so balancing. This is interesting because this was about the head, the intellect, right? Your thinking brain. Okay, and this is a beautiful balance in your thinking brain. So that's very nice. What else we got? So we got the devils, doubts and fears, external resistance, okay? And as well as mental resistance. We can have mental resistances. And this is what we need to release, okay? So this is definitely a byproduct or a supporting system here on allocating your energy, right? There's people, mindsets, limiting beliefs, situations, right? These are all things that need to be let go of and released to maintain a balance for yourself. Okay. Fours always speak about balance, and this is release, letting go. So these are things, people, places, and things that are causing resistance. Okay. Taking up energy. So that can look very different for us. Obviously, we all have our things that take our energy. And so it could be like a tendency to take on someone else's problems as your own. Okay. That is I mean, there's a time and a place, don't get me wrong, right? But if this is something that you're unconsciously constantly doing, right, that looks like, um, you coming home and detaching from that person, but you're bringing all their problems with you. So you're talking about their problems with other people and you're spending time thinking about how they might be able to solve their problem. Okay. That's their journey. Even though you could be helpful or even fix it for them, that problem will return for them in another way because it's for them to figure out. Okay. So that's a message for somebody. Okay, we got the hermiting and the emperor. So I'm getting this emperor is coming out of hermiting here. And I think this is these last little things that you need to reallocate and release is going to step you up, level you up into your emperor status. Okay, very balanced in all of the realms. Okay. Wowza, we got another king and the hanged one. So this action king is hanging out. This is a forced or otherwise a period of needing to stay where they are, right? Which can be very challenging for an action king that wants to just go, go, go. But this is also about taking advantage of that time. Okay, it's a good opportunity to consolidate and release. Look at things from different perspectives. What am I giving my energy to that is not um, feeding my machine, right? And then we've got the universe wanting to conspire in your favor. This is about that transition period from the old into the new here, and the universe supporting you and reaching a goal here, getting to the top of the mountain and all of the fruits of that, right? You've gained perspective, you've gained experience through the travel to getting there. Now you're able to see things um, better, different vantage point. Yes. Okay, it's also about like leaving the old world, leaving the old behind and heading towards the new. Okay, 3 kings. It's crazy. Wheel of Fortune. Beautiful. This we want to see this. This is the world, the wheel turning in your favor, the world turning in your favor. Interesting. So I'm getting this new world that you're heading towards, that you are releasing in order to make that final jump. Is going to be good for you. It's going to be better for you. It's going to be profitable. Profitable. Okay, so where's that going to go then? Where's this going? I feel like this is kind of a result of the releasing of this resistance, the reallocating of your energy, and the letting go of those things that are holding you back, fears, as well as other people's access to you, right? If you've got somebody showing up and dumping all their problems on you and they leave feeling great and you are left feeling bogged down, weighted, stressed out, your nervous system is tweaking, this is not good for you. All these things that weigh you down, cause resistance, They think of the wheel like this is that in between, going within, going towards the heart, or being left out in the cold. This could be a fear, actually. This fear of lack, either not being good enough, won't be accepted, won't be received, not enough, right? But also because it's a 5, you're going either way. So you're either going towards the warmth or back into the cold. Okay. And this is your why you got a hermit, right? This is an individual journey and choice on what you do. This is your masculine, feminine within. This is like, because they're already outside with all their gear on, right? It's choosing to go within is also choosing to move into the unknown. And that's a scary thing. And so a lot of people choose to stay in the known because at least they know what to expect. They've already survived this long out in the cold, right? They're fully prepared for the cold because they're in it already. And then all the what ifs of going in. Who's in there? Maybe it's too hot. What will I do with all my gear? What if I need it again? What if I get thrown outside? How will I survive? But I feel like this is what you are moving away from, or it's you got the free will. This is for you to choose. But we've got 2 counterparts on here now. 2! The Queen of Cups and the King of Cups. The King of Swords and the Queen of Swords. So head and heart, and this balancing of the head and the heart. So I feel like this queen is over here. Okay? They are balanced, open, loving, flowing, confident, intuitive, compassionate. So this is part of reaching this goal of getting like emotionally open, available, and releasing those old ideas of needing to protect. Right? We build armor around our heart to protect it, but then we end up isolating it and it gets nothing. Yeah, the wheel turning in your favor. Oops, there it is. Yeah, the wheel turning in your favor. That's what it looks like. Abundance in the material realm, okay? This is what being balanced, reciprocating. This is the wheel. This is the emperor mode, okay? So yeah, I was gonna use an analogy for the wheel. The heavier you are, the more the wheel wants to flip you to the bottom. Okay, the lighter you are, the more likely you will move to the top of the wheel. The top of the wheel is where the abundance, the love. Think of it like physically, when you're hanging at the bottom of the wheel, you're hanging on with both hands. You don't have hands to grab anything that's floating around you. But when you're at the top of the wheel, you can sit at the top of the wheel. So now your hands are free. So you can have more access to the things that are around you. Okay, this is why you want to be on the top of the wheel. Okay, but weighted things, doubts and fears, lack mentality, mindsets, other people's influence on your energy, all these things weigh you down. Okay, but this consolidating of your energies, this is you in process of figuring that out. You're like, all these cups here are weighing me down. Which ones, are the lightest here? Let's get rid of those other ones. So this is your actively turning the wheel in your favor. So that's beautiful. Good job. Good job. And the abundance wants to come in. The song came in like a wrecking ball. It was playing, but I actually don't know the lyrics, or I think I may have only heard the chorus. I don't know. I'm not too familiar with that song, other than like I can picture somebody riding a wrecking ball. Anyways, if that's relevant for somebody, there it is. Okay. Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay, this is a Knight of Cups bringing in a message for a happily ever after. Okay, so something's en route passionately with truth and honor coming in, and it's everything that you want. All I ever wanted. Okay, so you got love, you got peace, you got hope, you got prosperity, you got joy, you got harmony, you got compassion, you got gratitude, you've got all of the beautiful, beautiful things. Okay, this is gorgeous. 10-10. This is a completion. This is you figuring this stuff out here. Okay, I don't want to. Well, maybe this is here because this could be because I just like the idea of this 5 turning into a 10, which is what happens when the wheel turns in your favor, right? You go from just making it to, you know, you made it. This is also a fear, right? Will we succeed? Will we ever get out from the cold? And yes, you will. And then this cups, this makes sense over here in line with the king and queen of cups, this divine counterpart, the reciprocating, emotionally available balance here. This is the kind of thing that brings in beautiful, this is like romance, love. This is happily ever after. What does that look like for you? You've already got all the abundance in the material realm. So this is your emotional gratification, satisfaction. This is like a dream job that fills your cup, right? This is a relationship, a partnership of all of the kinds that are emotionally satisfying, gratifying. This is joy. This is prosperity. This is peace. This is beautiful. And it's coming in. It's crazy that they came in together. The Knight of Cups is literally bringing in an emotional offer, something that is right in line with your heart. Okay, that's why I say dream job, like whatever fills your cup, whatever brings you joy, whatever doesn't feel like work that makes you go, yay, right? So, clients, or like a company that wants to hire and support you to do whatever it is that you do, and they'll pay you well for it. This is also could be a great idea, right? You have an epiphany, you have a $1 million idea that you run with because you've got the emperor here who gets things done. Okay, and so could be related to that. For some people, it is an emperor who's coming in for you. And remember, we're just dealing with archetypes here, so there's no gender. The emperor can be male or female in your life. I just, an example, I just met this woman, and then we were chatting for a bit, and then she's like, here, take my card. I do podcasts to help middle-aged women and, going through all the things and all this stuff. And at first I was like, what'd you call me? Right? But also, like, that's pretty cool. She's got a whole setup. She does like, you just never know. You just never know, right? That could be she. Who knows? I give her my card and, reciprocating relationships. I give her my card and she's just like, actually, I want to interview this person. And she calls me up and says, hey, you want to be on my podcast? And, right, you just never know what kind of opportunities are coming in that are going to bring you something, but they're coming in. That's what this is. Look at this, reciprocating relationships, like-minded sharing of each other, and creative, childlike. So we've got fun and play and joy all up in there. Okay. So I think this is why. No, this is. Yeah. Okay. I can put this here because looking at things differently, right? Like reciprocating relationships coming in many, many forms. This could even be a pet that comes into your life. And the reciprocation is the love and the joy that they offer you in exchange for you taking care of them, right? Beautiful. What do we got? It's going to be a tower, and you need to trust it, okay? So trust the towers that present themselves to you. Any tower moment, really get into the habit of being like, "Woo, what is this? Where is this going to lead me? What's this going to get me? Where's this going to take me?" Become an explorer in your own life, right? It's not about what are you going to get from it, except experience. Be an experience whoer, okay? Sorry. Um, but no, really do, because when we're chasing um, tools, right? Money is a tool. So when you're doing things just out of like, what am I going to get out of that on one dimension? It's not creating an abundant flow, right? But when you're wanting to experience life, right? When you're hunting the experience of things, there's this surrendering. First of all, there's no resistance. You're not putting anything upon it, because anything that it gives you is adding to your experience, right? There's no, you know what I'm trying to say? Okay. So towers are anything that come up that wasn't planned, that you weren't prepared for. Okay. Whether it's this idea or this offer that comes in, you get an email, you get a phone call, you get stopped on the side of the road by somebody who's like, whatever that looks like, it's going to be unexpected. And I feel like it's going to tear down the old so that the new can be built. Okay. So like that, that scenario with the woman who does podcasts, right? Like maybe if that were the case, the tower would be her messaging me, or the tower could be we do the podcast and it blows up. Okay, and your life's different from then on. Okay, but it was followed by the fool. This is the blind faith, the trust, the going all in, the trust that whatever tower presents itself, it's moving you along your path to your highest and greatest self. Okay, so and because you learn how to take action on the things that are for you and to trust and have blind faith when you're in hermit mode, when you have quieted all of the noise externally and start tapping into that internal dialogue, right? Your connection with your spirit team, your higher self, your intuition. Okay. What else? What else? Okay, so maybe we just go through one more time. See if there's any more cards that want to come out in this deck to support, highlight, confirm, add to. Just two. And it's all about the world, okay? So this is you having your hand in creating the world that you want. This is your vision boarding. This is your drafting. What does a new world look like for me? Okay. And I feel like this is here because the universe conspires, right? You send your notes to the universe and it makes it happen here. And this connection with the discernment king here, the cutting away what doesn't serve. This is what you're doing on the drawing board, right? You're cutting away those ideas that are no good, those things that were in the old world that aren't serving. You let those go. And the world is your oyster. You at the center of the world here. The world turning in your favor. It's giving me this what goes around comes around. Yes, but also like the rippling out, right? How you ripple, like at the start of the reading, we were talking about the 100 monkey phenomenon, right? And the ripples that we send out into the world. When you're in this state, okay, world turning in your favor, you've released all these fears and doubts and all of the good things. That's what you're rippling out in the world. And that changes the world for the better. So that's gorge. That's beautiful. This is how you affect the world. This is how you change the world. This is how you heal the world. Through your resonance. This is really important work for all those reasons. Oh my goodness. We've got all of the cards. Okay, they came in two groups. We got the camel and the otter, dolphin, buffalo, and cosmic egg. Wow, 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 wow. Okay, so we've got fire, water, earth, spirit. So I'm going to read the spirit one first because I'm here in the side of the. There it is. Cosmic egg. Completion, harmony, the finite within the finite. The cosmic egg is the final card in the Journey of the Animal Spirit deck, and it represents the unfolding of cosmic consciousness. This state emerges after we tread the path for quite some time, and through self-effort and grace we experience self-realization. A sense of contentment and oneness spontaneously arises within us, and the veils of our self-limiting beliefs are lifted. When the essence of the cosmic egg has not been activated, we may feel as if we will never get there, or that we travel alone, disconnected from others. Even if our encounter with this card is brief, appearing as a momentary glimmer or flash of interconnectedness, its potent energy stays with us. The cosmic egg is a remedy for the fragmentation of modern life. It's through the power of this card that we are reminded of the cosmic contract written at the beginning. We hold on to life and life holds on to us. The journey is complete, but it does not end. Okay, that makes me think of reminded of the cosmic contract written at the beginning. Okay, and this is that third wave energy of this card, this choice to be here at this time. It's because your soul signed up to offer its resonance to the world right now. Okay. And then we've got the camel, resourceful, independent, and knows oneself. The camel can handle absolutely anything as it carries a wealth of nourishment within. This wondrous creature is self-reliant and handles challenge with ease, even in the face of excess heat, judgment, or anger. The camel searches inside for the cool elixir of water to calm the situation. The camel represents the ultimate form of bringing opposites into balance, fire and water, and being responsible for one's own reactions. The camel is a wonderful traveler and especially fond of trips to faraway lands. When in balance, calm, content, with a sparkle in their eye. When out of balance, dehydrated and lacks vitality. And to bring into balance, a pilgrimage. Okay, so this is interesting here with the discernment and the creating a new world to be in. Unfettered, fettered? Nope. Thought about too hard. By the doubts and fears, by the resistance, by the adversaries. Okay. And then let's go to Zavata. Sneeze how it said fire and water. The swan. Oh, and the dolphin. Okay, dolphin. Innately intelligent, healer, light, blessings. The gifts of the dolphin are beyond what our human minds can grasp. Dolphin personalities are often drawn to the healing arts, as they are sensitive to the subtle and enjoy working on the levels of spirit. It's easy for dolphin types to underestimate the impact they make in the world. These creatures play such an important role in the wheel of karma that coming in contact with a dolphin type will change the entire course of your day and thus your life. This card can also indicate a profound blessing is on its way. Okay, this is that confirmation here of whatever's going on here. Okay. Healer, in balance, active healer, strong spiritual practice. Out of balance, underestimates their own power, and to bring into balance like-minded spirits. Beautiful. Beautiful. Otter. Unobstructed joy, playfulness, and contentment. Yes, King and Queen of Cups. Perhaps the most joyful creature within the animal spirit deck, the otter represents absolute bliss. That's what's going on in this card. Otter energy is the playfulness of a child available to us at any age. They have a giddiness and reverence for life itself without the presence of doubt, worry, or skepticism. Imagine yourself with a little more otter energy. What would life look like? What would it take to bring you there? The otter card begs those questions and wants to transport us to that special precious place as soon as possible. The celebration awaits. Gorgeous, okay? That is a gorgeous confirmation. Full of love, needs nothing when in balance. Gloomy, sighs, and makes silly excuses when out of balance. To bring into balance, dance, party, or celebration. Yes. And then the buffalo, grounded yet heavenly, practical yet spiritual. Beautiful. The hooves of the mighty buffalo are grounded in the earth, yet its heart and mind rise towards heaven. The buffalo sees challenge, hardship, or a bump in the road as an opportunity for upliftment. Wasn't I saying that about this? What is this? The tower. Yes. The buffalo sees challenge, hardship, or a bump in the road as an opportunity for upliftment. Therefore, the buffalo does not fear death, illness, or misfortune. Its gentle eyes look to the road ahead, trusting every turn. May we all experience this elusive yet life-changing bliss from time to time, and may we allow this card to remind us that life is a precious gift. Beautiful. When in balance, trusting pure presence. When out of balance, restless, lacks gratitude. To bring into balance, prayer and bhakti. Bhakti. So that's some kind of gorgeousness there for us today. Let's get a mushroom wisdom. That's the one. Purpose and judgment. Small does not equate insignificant because they're so tiny that you barely notice them, but they do all kinds of beautiful, beautiful, important things. Okay, we got a blue, discovery and unknown. 27. A new discovery awaits you, and it's going to be like stepping into the unknown. So don't move forward with assumptions of what it's going to be like. Go in with an open mind and heart and allow it to unfold without expectation. Beautiful. Sometimes you are not meant to know what the unknown holds for you because you need to actually experience it. You may see it as negative, you might find it positive. Either way, know that it is important and exactly where you are meant to be. If things don't turn out the way you thought and you find yourself in a negative thought pattern, remind yourself to give thanks for the situation even though you are not sure why it may be happening. It will most likely be revealed to you at a later date because it was a stepping stone for you to get somewhere else. Yes, yes, yes. If you could see the whole path ahead of you, would you take a step forward? Sometimes it's good not to know where you are headed because the road ahead may be too overwhelming. Take a stepping stone approach and move from one to the next without worrying where they are taking you. As long as you follow your intuition, you won't be led astray. If you are allowing logical and emotional decisions to override your intuitive processes, you will find too many pathways you can take. Intuition is key here. Be strong, be confident, and trust your gut. The unknown awaits, and it has many gifts for you. Yes, yes, it does. The cards don't lie. If they were hips, they also wouldn't lie. Okay, I'm gonna get one of these crystal cards. What time are we at? We're doing good. We're doing good. Okay, crystal oracles. What you got for us? Get one of you cards. Come out and bless us with your wisdom and or confirmation. See what you got for us. Slay tell us. All your crystal wisdoming. 18. Okay. Okay, 18. What's that about? Knowledge, wisdom, and insight. Knowledge builds the foundation of your reality and can be gained through study, observation, and experience. Increased knowledge within your current area of interest is advised, so it may broaden your perspective and deepen your understanding. You are guided to listen for the vibrations of truth in the information you are receiving and trust in the divine knowing of your heart. Receiving a clear confirmation from your heart creates personal truth, where faith, knowledge, and belief become one. Wow, see what I'm saying? The crystals, they deliver. Okay, kitty card, kitty confirmation. Let's do kitty confirmation. See what the kitties have to confirmate. I saw this cat. I was having an issue closing a door, and I closed it on my leg, and I ended up being like, damn it, or whatever. And I look over, and this cat stopped and looked at me, and I'm like, I'm okay. And then he turned around and kept walking. It was funny. Connection. The spirit cats remind us that we are not alone. We are a web of connections. Our attitudes, actions, and energy ripple outward and touch people in ways seen and unseen. No single action stands alone. Each action, idea, and feeling is born out of countless influences and in turn has its own unique effect. We see this most clearly and dramatically in our innermost circle, but this also extends outward to humanity, the earth, and the universe. Our consciousness dances together, challenging, uplifting, teaching, learning, questioning, reassuring, inspiring, and loving. Kitty confirmations, yes. Thank you, kitties. Okay, and I'm gonna try these cards again. They're kind of like little affirmation cards, so we'll see what they want to contribute, if they've got any messages for you. Okay. My healing is already in process, and I am flexible and flowing. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, yes. Okay, I think those are the messages for today. What do you think about that? I think we're good. I think we are awesome. Okay, so those are them. I hope that there was something good, some juicy tidbits for you to nibble and marinate if you so desire. Always, always marinate on all information that you receive and release what doesn't apply to you or what doesn't resonate and do what you will with the rest, right? This is all about your consolidating of energies. So what you consume, what you bring in, what you believe, what you hold on to, make sure it is serving the highest and greatest good. Okay? So there you have it. There's a beautiful reading, and I'm so grateful for you and wishing you all of the good, good things. Thank you, and hope to see you next time. Bye.